Don't like.
Okay.
No. Is this thing on?
That's right. Welcome to UCR Live, where we argue the
Fine.
importance of visual symmetry and continental symmetry and gender symmetry and all the kinds of things. Because, you know, that's really important to talk about on our shit-talking current event show.
Well, apparently.
Very, very important.
It
Very,
is
very
Steve.
Oh, God. It's going to be one of those days. Jeffrey is not in the mood, obviously. So let's talk to our resident flamer. Hi, Luke. How you doing?
Oh, hi, Kay.
Yeah, you're a bit early. Oh, you got a gap in your Pride Month wall there, girl.
Honey, did somebody's vagina blow up?
Well, look, it's all twisted here. No, I was just thinking, because the gold streamers fell down that I had there for Uncensored Horror yesterday, and I'm like, oh, I'll just put up the pink ones. So isn't it pretty? It's better than that brick wall. Give me that at least. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you're a sex worker.
Well, someone does need to make some money because they're going overseas.
Yes, he does.
Oh, McDonald's.
Not that there's anything wrong with sex work.
Catch you on OnlyFans later, I guess.
It's a very lucrative.
So
How
tempting.
disappointing though if I made an OnlyFans and I had no subscribers. I really feel that would be what would happen to me.
Right?
But have you,
seriously got all this trouble?
Madison would be your first customer. Even if you charged $100 a month, Madison would be there in a heartbeat, I promise.
Do you know, I looked into, and this is just for curiosity like reasons, I looked into, do you know there's like an Instagram for feet?
Yes.
I was aware of this.
I was like, my feet are jacked up from too many years of dancing, though. I was like, wow.
I'm sure there's a market.
Maybe there's a market for dancers' feet.
Sure.
Like, oh,
maybe we should do a social.
all the ball points I've done.
I'm not a pen, Luke.
You didn't see that video where the girlfriend or like the boyfriend walked in on the girlfriend and she was doing like the foot thing, right? And she's like, I'm getting $700 for this. And the next clip is she's dumping ranch over his feet and he's gagging. And she's like, it's $1,000. And he's like, okay, go ahead. And he's gagging off the side.
Oh
my God.
$1,000 to dump ranch on your feet?
I do.
In a heartbeat. New York minute. I'd even show I'd lick the ranch off her feet for $1,000. And I hate ranch.
But you don't mind feet. But you don't mind feet.
What else did you do, Jeffrey Abbott? Come on.
Well, for money, that's not money.
That's not too bad, you know.
Well, we've already degraded ourselves enough doing this show. So
right. I mean, I'm here for nothing. So when there's money involved, I'll pretty much do anything.
Amen.
Look at my track history. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. But you know,
it's been a week. It's been a week. Homeschooling sucks. I had to really be a teacher. It's been a good time. Getting ready for our Hocus Pocus paint and sip. That's going to be a treat. We're selling tickets like hotcakes. And I'm starting to panic because, I'm not a painter, right? And they're all like, oh, you have to teach these people. I'm like, what do you mean I have to teach them? I'm like, I made stencils so they can trace it. I'm like, they just paint the hair yellow, orange, and black, and then get drunk.
That's a worry.
It's $25. You're getting free booze and a free canvas and some paint. Fuck off.
Why not? Right?
Are you not busy with the excitement that your house is going to be full of random Australians in less than 2 weeks?
Oh, that's intense. Yeah.
Oh, that's intense. Yeah, less than 2 weeks.
Oh, God.
Actually, none of that is actually I'm in total denial. I haven't thought about the fact that I have to drive 17 hours with 3 children by myself. I have to pack a house up and all kinds of craziness, and then I have to go to the cold weather. It's still 90 degrees here.
Well,
What?
we'll be arriving, so if we've
Yeah.
got no one to show up to, we'll be very sad.
I was like, you're meant to be picking me up at the airport.
Right, the keys are in the lockbox. I'll send you the.
Wow.
I'll send you the Airbnb. I'll have the house manager pick you all up at the airport. The code will be in
as
the
long
door.
as someone picks us up, we'll be okay.
We'll send the car
Yeah,
service. Be like, enjoy your trip. I stayed in the 90 degrees. Who wants to come down here? I'll have to see you. Car service.
From Melbourne, another Australian.
Hi, Kel.
G'day, Kelly. G'day.
G'day.
Now, Americans,
Veggie
can
Mike.
you say, how do you pronounce that word? That state.
That
Melbourne.
city.
Where-
That city.
That city. Yeah, sorry.
So
Melbourne.
where is Kelly from?
Melbourne.
I would say
Melbourne.
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 I would
love
say
that.
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Melbourne. Melbourne. Melbourne.
But it's just because us
Melbourne.
bogans all just Melbourne. Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Like
Melbourne.
MELB.
Melbourne. Melbourne.
Speaking of bogans,
Bye.
hi, Brooke.
I thought you should have said munted bitches, but okay.
Same difference.
I didn't
really.
No,
say
that was
munted
me.
bitches.
That was me.
I'm like,
and
what
Dick
if you said
Christmas too,
munted
review.
bitches?
Oh, sorry. Wrong
How are
girl.
you this week, gorgeous?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm very excited that at this point in 2 weeks I will be in the US. I am.
With
Yay! No,
Are
I
you
won't
still
be
feeling
with
a bit
Jeffrey
enjoyed?
yet.
I'm joking.
I won't be with Jeffrey yet. I'll still be in LA. Yes, theme parking and going to my absolute bucket list dream restaurant. I'm going to Sir. I'm very excited. I am. I'm going to die if LVP is there. I will die. I will die.
Oh my
If you see-
god.
If you
Scream.
see
I'll
Gus,
probably
if you
get
see
arrested.
If you see Garcelle Bavayas, call her a fucking idiot.
Oh, 110. But so the plan is on the I think it's the 7th, the day we land. We're going to we've been booked in for cocktails at Pump, dinner at Sir, and cocktails at Tom Tom. So I'm just going to walk up and down there and just get shit faced and hope to find a house.
And jet lag at about half an hour after that.
Look, I don't
Jet
fucking
lag will be
care.
real.
I'll be all like, have you seen me? I don't sleep. It's fine.
Jet lag will be
It's
there.
okay.
Yes, you do. You're always asleep.
No, I'm never asleep. I'm always tired. I'm never
Yeah,
asleep.
but if it's past 9:30 at night, don't call Brooke. She's not interested.
Oh yeah, don't call me. I'm fucking old. Like
Oh, this is going to be such a fun month. I can't wait.
That's what I said. Me and Jeffrey are
We
gonna
Wow.
have to give
I
Brooke
know.
a cup of tea and put her to bed every night by 8 o'clock.
in my defense, I start work at like 5 a.m. So I'm up at 4 a.m. every day. I don't plan on being up at 4 a.m. every day while we're on holiday.
I'll
Like,
be going to bed at 4 a.m.
calm down. I'm like, I'll be fine. I'll daffinate and she'll be right.
Jeff and I are
Oh.
going to be like Sattler and Waldorf, sitting in his house going, "Oh,
I'm like,
okay,
I'm
that's
gonna have to like do something to protect my eyebrows, eh? You bastards will shave them off. That's fine.
No,
No.
there's none of that. We don't do that. That's
No.
And I've got eyebrow
Please
stencils
don't.
anyway, Brooke, so we can just draw
Oh,
some more
thanks,
on.
babe.
It's all good.
Perfect.
Melbourne.
Perfect.
Melbourne.
And you know what?
Melbourne.
Do you know who I reckon
Man.
could? Do you know who I reckon's got a good inside track on getting eyebrow tattoos, or would know someone who could?
Oh, I reckon it could be Christina.
Christina's shaking her head.
Christine on the lawn. You
No,
would know
I
somebody who could do a nice eyebrow for her.
no, not eyebrow tattoo.
You don't know
Actually,
it?
you know what? There's a couple of places around here, but
Actually, I
You-
know a girl. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
go see my eyebrow girl. It's all right.
You don't have a cousin Angela who does it on the back of a van?
no.
What
I
kind of
don't.
Italian are you?
My family has like fallen by the wayside. Forget it. It's like falling apart. The family is such a shit show now because everybody's in Florida or fucking Pennsylvania. Like,
Pennsylvania?
yeah.
On
What is it with the?
purpose?
Because didn't half your family run away to Florida too, Jeff? So what is it with that? With Italians
Oh.
running to Florida?
Well, it's smart. It's
They
warm.
love it down there. Forget it. It's a vacation every day.
You just gotta watch when it gets too cold and fucking lizards start falling from the sky. You know, oh,
Yeah.
it's too
Get
cold.
it. Oof.
Frozen lizard.
It's like
frozen
63
lizard.
here. It's nice. But
Oh.
I know it's like cold and windy today. It's like it was such a rainy, cold day. It's just my favorite fucking weather. And
That's how you really feel.
beautiful day. It really was. It's
I am
gorgeous.
excited for a hoodie.
Yes. I can't wait for hoodie weather. Like this is hoodie weather.
Sweater weather.
Sweater
weather. Sweater weather.
What about you, Steven?
What about
Yes,
me?
Stephen.
What
How's
about me?
you
Last
going?
night, I'm good. So rapidly wrapping things up before, you know, you can tell it's getting close to leaving because I'm having weirdly odd travel dreams. I'm like, oh, waking up, going,
Same.
something, just really weird. And then
You're dreaming of
Well,
American Dick,
anxiety.
aren't you?
I got my monkeypox vaccine.
Yes.
I did. I
Nice.
found it. I got it. I'm ready. I found it. I got it. I'm ready. Because if I didn't,
like-
you know who'd be coming back, and it'd be like it would just not. It'd be not my fault. I'd be like, ooh.
I don't need
Anyway.
monkeypox in my life. I really
I
don't.
don't even. That's why I was like. She's like explaining it all to me. I'm like, I don't really care. I have worse things in my body than monkeypox. I'm like, come on, let's go. Jab it. It was weird because it's subcutaneous, so it's like it went under the skin, so it
It's
gives
in
you
the
that
fat
weird,
of
like,
in the fat.
it gives you that weird like feeling, and
Bubble.
when it goes out, you're like, oh, ooh. It's very
And it is a live virus. Essentially, it's
I'm
like a
alive with
smallpox
virus.
vaccine. So, did they give you
Alive with
education,
virus.
Steve, on when your second vaccine is due?
Yes, they did because
When
it's
is
not
it
available
due?
because of October, like end of October, beginning of November, conveniently.
So a month
So
apart.
when I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
back home. Because there's so few suppliers now, just treating the people who are at a higher risk. So I'm a hoe apparently. I'm a stupid hoe. I'm a stupid hoe. I'm a stupid hoe. I'm a
Whereas
stupid hoe.
I can't get one, and I would have thought I should have been patient zero.
And
for
he's the biggest hoe. I know, right? I should have can I buy proxy this to my friend Luke? who
See,
is the
Jeff,
whole
I had to
time
take that joke then. You should have fucking gave that joke.
I was trying to be so nice to you, and I
Oh.
just was trying to be considerate.
Why should he
But-
take that joke? You take everything else, Luke, you big old power bottom. Yay! I did it for you.
Yes.
I did it for
Oh,
you.
yay.
Come and ride the train and ride it. Come and ride
I think
the
I'm going to
train.
spend
Luke's
this
a
whole
choo-choo
trip just
train.
crying in a room after they bullied me.
Aw.
Tell Katie to be.
I
Tell
won't
Katie to
bully
move
you,
over.
Nick.
I was just saying, for me, it's all
You'll
right.
be in the attic getting railed by like 12 random guys. You'll be fine.
Oh,
In the
don't say
closet.
these horrible, horrible truths.
Horrible things they are.
Are you
And,
kidding?
like,
It's your fan.
He's
I
like-
shush.
I got drunk last night. It was a good time.
Oh,
I
how
got
you
drunk.
feeling now?
I'm fine. I'm good to go. I
You good?
rallied. I'm all good. It was only 3 cocktails or 4. Only 4 cocktails.
Oh, that's pre-drinks for me.
That was good. Yeah, but
As we could see in our review of Jeepers Creepers too.
Yes. If you want a funny moment, Luke's had another one. Yeah, no, it was a lovely night. It was a lovely night. I was seeing Australian Idol winner Casey Donovan. She did a wonderful job, and I got.
How is she now? Did she sing the Chicago song? When you
No,
Good
it was
Mama?
so it was a Blues Day Tuesday. So throughout COVID, she was doing like a request thing. So every
Yeah.
Tuesday night, she'd get on her Facebook and do lives, and people would request songs, and she would play and sing them. So it was that on tour. So people requested songs, and she actually very nicely. I don't know if Casey will ever see this, but dedicated the first song of the night to my dad because my dad was a very big fan of hers and a big fan of the Mums and the Papas, and Casey did a tour a couple of years ago where she did Mama Cass songs, and she dedicated "Dream a Little Dream of Me" to my dad. So thank you
that's
very
so
much,
sweet.
Casey. It was a lovely way to start that because my dad's wife was there and my best friend was there as well. So It was a lovely way to start the night.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Bit touching, isn't it? All right, let's get rid of the yuck. Let's get rid of these emotions.
I was going to say, I bet you feel dirty now that you've just been vulnerable, don't you, Steve?
Hit go this
Crying
week.
Load of hot topics.
Look, we got to keep it. We got to keep the ball rolling. We can't flatline in sentimentality because we're about to hit probably the best news. I'm like, after the 10 days of official mourning and all the drama surrounding QE2 Queen Elizabeth, bitches in the ground. It took fucking forever. That's okay.
Don't you say that about Her Majesty.
Hey, were you awake? Were you awake at 2:30 watching it happen? No, you weren't.
No.
I was. I was very concerned that they were going to drop her out the bottom like a kebab because they had to go up the stairs. And she was like, the coffin was like, she's going to come sliding out the bottom like a hot kebab.
That would have been fucking perfect.
That's not okay.
I'm sure they blew that chick closed.
There was just one guy holding the end, just like this.
She probably slipped down in the casket. You know what I mean? Like she's probably all like,
you know when your pizza doesn't stick to the box properly.
I don't want to talk about the dead. I don't want to talk about the dead.
I hope they fixed their fucking jewels, that racist bitch.
How about we talk about? How about we talk?
I say that with love and shit. I don't
If
care.
we're not talking about the dead, we are talking about a manhunt because. Oh,
can I tell you? I couldn't fucking share this quick enough everywhere. I'm like waiting for it to go live, and I'm on Twitter. I'm retweeting it. I'm trying to share it. To
ladies
the Facebook
and
page.
gentlemen, boys and girls, for those of you that are listening and not watching, it's official. Donald Trump is being pursued for criminal charges.
Yeah.
Not just Donald. Not just Donald, but the whole Trump club. Look at it.
He sees a bird right now.
What about little Melania?
No,
Is
she's
she all
gone.
right?
She's free and
Bitch is
clear.
out. She's
Yeah,
gone.
she's free and clear.
When's the last time you saw that bitch? She's out.
She's waiting
Her and
for him to
her
go
and
to
that
jail.
giant child are somewhere else. They're gone. Igor.
Steve! He's handicapped.
That kid's
Oh,
a monster.
I'm struggling between hilarity and oh my fucking god. This is the show.
This is the cancel one. Well, probably
Have
it's
you
the
not
right time to.
I
Have you
have
not
seen that
really
kid?
enjoyed my time on Uncensored Radio.
He's like, what? How old is Barron Trump? Barron Trump's like 13, right? 13, 14.
What has he been 13 for
He's
10
he's like
years?
he's like 6'7" or something.
He's like Jack.
The kid's
I
a
was like-
monster.
Jack.
I was like, my Jaden's like 6 foot and he's only 13 as well.
The kid's a but he's like a tall, long, like he looks like if there was a little girl near the river smelling a flower, she'd be thrown in. He looks like Frankenstein's monster. He's like walking next to the mother. Yeah. It's not cute. Yes, I am Kathy Griffin. But someone please explain to me how the fuck they're gonna get out of this one.
Oh,
They're
he's
not.
already calling her a racist. He was on Hannity saying that the raid was actually, they were looking for Hillary Clinton's emails.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
Yes, that's what he said. They were looking for Hillary Clinton's emails. Listen, through this whole press conference, because this lady, okay, if you guys missed the press conference, which a lot of people didn't watch it, she went into such detail about all the things that they've done.
Exactly what they've got and what they're after. What
I
they
was
have.
screaming. My aunt came running out of her office to make sure like me and the kids were okay. She's like, "What the hell is?" I'm like, "Are you watching this shit, bitch? Oh my god!" Like I was just losing it. He's fucked. He's 222 pages of all the shit he's done.
Ivana sat up from the coffin and went, "Yeah, fuck you," and then sat back down.
yeah.
3-year
3-year investigation of him inflating his building's worth to get loans, and then cutting it back down so that he wasn't paying taxes on this money. I mean, these are things like the chick from Real Housewives of I don't know where, the Teresa chick. Her and her husband went to
Jersey.
Christina's
from New Jersey.
Yeah, her and her husband. There was loans. They went to jail for this. There's tons of celebrities that have gone to jail for exactly this. So if they're going to jail for this, why wouldn't he be held accountable for the same thing? Because if any of us did this, we would. Yeah.
No. No, so I work for a bank, right? And I'm in the fraud detection department. I'm in fraud, right? So when I heard about this, of course, I'm reading all about this, and I see like that he's inflating everything. But then I kept thinking, like, our process on people who take out loans. There are, obviously you have to run credit and all that shit, right? So is he paying the banks off? Because if you're not making that money, you're writing all this information on him, how are they getting these kinds of loans if the money isn't valid? Like, the bank has to know this.
He had two sets of books. He's
getting money from outside sources, like when you sell national secrets to the Russians.
He had
and
two
then
sets
money
of
magically appears.
And that one bank that he was getting loans from, the guy, there was something, I don't know the whole story, but the guy like ended up resigning right after that last loan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they know, like they know, like it's obvious. This guy obviously has a bank account now in fucking Caribbeans or wherever, and he's like, "Fuck it, I'll just leave. I don't need the money. I have Trump's money now. Fuck it."
Right.
So
Mar-a-Lago is just going to secede from the US.
Well, and a lot of this started so long ago. I think it was still when maybe some of the rules were kind of lax, where you could have stated income, blah, 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 before things tightened up, where things were different. Because that's how these people got in trouble, where you could have stated income. You could just say, "Oh, I've got $6 million. And then he's using collateral on buildings that saying that, "Oh, this building's worth
his casino
$500 million when it's only worth $75 million, using that as collateral," and then it's not. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. You're the bank lady.
Let's look at his statement though, shall we? Because it's fun. It's fun for us. Another witch hunt by the racist Attorney General Letitia James, who failed in her run for governor, getting almost zero support from the public, and now is doing poorly against Law and Order candidate and highly respected Michael Henry. I never thought this case would be brought until I saw her really bad poll numbers. She is a fraud. Funny. Who campaigned on a Get Trump platform, despite the fact that the city is one of the crime and murder disasters of the world under her watch. But buddy, if everyone loves you so much and you are the real president, how is there a Get Trump platform? Because everyone voted for you. If we're to believe what you told us, everyone voted for you. So how is there a Get Trump platform?
I think the thing that's so disturbing about all this is when you read that, he doesn't offer any evidence of how this is.
He argues like a 5-year-old.
It's all about, he's trying to make her look bad without offering any evidence of why she's bad. It's all about deflection. And then, again, he's not offering any evidence of why he's innocent. Just like with the hearings over the raid and the evidence of he had to prove, okay, you declassified the information. Well, tell us how you declassified it. He can't do it. So now he's screwed. So then guess what? And the part that I don't understand with his supporters is, if you have so many lawsuits against one person, how can you blindly support this man. He's got 26 or 22, I can't remember, allegations from women accusing him of some sort of sexual assault.
Jeffrey, it's America. Women don't matter unless they've got a baby inside them. Get real.
No, even then they don't give a fuck about us.
No. You've got.
Yeah, it's
I
a
mean,
fetus.
you've had him lie on television numerous
Constantly.
occasions. They say, "Oh, it's
Constantly.
mainstream media." I mean, it's insane to look at the comments on Twitter, or not Twitter, on TikTok. That we get to the videos that I post, and the delusions of people's comments. I mean, it's actually scary. That people are like, "Oh, this is out of context. This is edited. This isn't real." It's video of him saying what he said. This isn't edited. It's not out of context.
Kind of like the idea that this guy is a successful multi-millionaire businessman. That's all.
Right. And all of
Edited.
it's
not
this just
real.
He made up.
So-
He wasn't worth nearly what he said he was. He wasn't no billionaire.
So if he's lying about small things, of course he's going to lie about huge things. What kind of fuckery do you... Oh, anyway. But,
They think it's all lies. And how could
the ego will not rest. The ego never rests because we had this to say
Oh, God.
about sleeping. Look, Joe probably was asleep and couldn't make it on time. But this is what he had to say about Joe Biden's arrival at the Queen's funeral. This is what happened to America in just 2 short years. No respect. However, a good time for, notice this, our president. A good time for our president to get to know the leaders of certain third world countries. If I were president, there wouldn't have been me back there, and our country would be much different than it is right now. Oh.
I would be like, dickhead, you wouldn't have even been fucking invited.
No, she hated him. Oh,
The
she
things
hated
that
him.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
the video and like people's every time you talk about him too. Oh, Hillary's emails, Hunter Biden. There's no argument. There's no actual
there's
argument.
no argument because you know why?
The gas prices, the stock
Not
market.
only is
Okay,
it him-
explain to me why.
He's doing it.
But
Look
it's
over
these
there.
three. Look at these 3 fuck knuckles with no chins next to him.
Date rape and Eddie Munster, allegedly.
Date rape Eddie Munster and Bleach Blonde. Like they're the
Birds.
most horrible trio. If there's ever anyone's mugshots I want to see, it's the Trump families. I just need it. I need it in my life before I die because they're fucking evil. And the thing is,
Leave
they
a little
think that
Ivana.
they think she's worst of them all. She's like there's some weird. He wants to fuck her or something. There's some weird shit.
It's
going
He
so
on.
wrong.
said it.
It's
He
so
Yes.
wrong.
It is gross. That
He, like,
relationship
literally
It's
is-
said-
just not okay.
It's not okay.
No.
And that they think, like, you can tell that they're like, we're for the people of the people. It's like, you don't know the people, buddy. None of you do. None of you have ever worked a day in your life, really worked a day in your life for a job that you haven't been given. So don't. But how do people not see this? Middle America that thinks that these people are like on par with the Kennedys and like all these strong. Not that the Kennedys are anything to talk about. Like, hello. Let's talk about the Kennedys right now. But we won't. But we won't because they're not alive. Karma's a bitch.
Little
Calm as a
planes
bitch.
going down. Whee!
So we're getting on a plane soon, so we're not making plane jokes. But how
What's the spec says no
I'm
Kennedys on our flights.
because I'm not there. I guess because we're not there, we don't understand what kind of how have they made this spell that they think that this family is representative of Middle America or anyone's experience?
Because he's not a politician. I mean, Christina, you're. What do you think?
No, go ahead, Jeffrey. No.
No. I just think because he's not a politician like that, they think he's a
Exactly.
straight
No,
shooter.
And
this
he's
is
been
a genuine question.
accessible on shows like The Apprentice. Let's be real. Like he was a celebrity to them, and
Yeah.
they just felt like, oh, like we know him better than all these other people, and whatever he says must be true because there's this already existing perception of him, and he's so
He was
successful.
cool.
He's going to make he's going to make us all billionaires. Let's do it.
Despite the
That's
fact
really
that the
cool.
offices that the Apprentices filmed in were rented and not his.
Well, the producers, they said they went to his offices and they were so dumpy
Yeah.
that they couldn't film there.
Oh my god!
So what does that tell you?
I didn't
What
know
does that
that.
tell you about
Well,
from
but
the very beginning?
this is
that
all
it's
stuff
not
that's
real.
in magazines. You know what I mean? This is all in print from years before. And that's the part, just like the bankruptcies of his corporations. It wasn't him, it was his corporations. And Rosie O'Donnell got so much shit for this, but it was all of his corporations that he filed bankruptcy on the corporations, right? So all those contractors, all the little people that were
got
fucked and
fucked
didn't get
over.
paid, that they lost their ass because he didn't pay them. But he was
his
fine
name,
because
which is attached to everything, is still golden somehow.
Because if you have a corporation and you file bankruptcy on the corporation, you're protected because that's why people form corporations, so that if the corporation goes under, your personal assets are safe.
And I think a lot of the people that he spoke to as well don't realize that because of them, he is rich. Like they don't understand that everyone else needs to be screwed over. Everyone else has to work these shitty minimal wage jobs.
Well,
So people
he's
like him can
screwed
sit up
over.
there on the top.
All the people all his supporters is the folks that he screwed over in all the times that he filed bankruptcy and all his failed businesses and in the college that failed. Those are all the people that he screwed over. And they
The people that are
refuse to go
crying
look
on
up that
social
information.
media, please come and save us, President Trump.
It's that's the part that it's like people refuse to actually go and look anything up. And then when you show it to them, they're like, oh, that's fake news. And it's like, no, it's not. I mean, this has been out there for 20 years.
Did you see the
30
clip
years.
on TikTok that's been going around? I think it was like last week or week before about at the Trump rally, and there was this one guy going, "Obama should have done more during 9/11."
I posted it on TikTok.
That was you.
Yes.
I saw it a couple of times. It's like these are the people.
Yeah, I did a stitch with it. It wasn't my video, but the guy's like,
"Oh
yeah, I don't know where Obama was, but he should have been there and done more."
Yeah,
and it's like.
Oh dear.
People
But look,
don't
it's not
understand.
that the grass is not that green on the other side of the fence either. Don't let it be said that we are not critical of everyone. Because Sleepy Joe not only was late for the Queen's birthday, the Queen's funeral, but according to Joe, COVID's over? Question mark.
Does he look like more and more like Michael Myers every day? Or is it just
He
me?
looks more and more like he's gonna die soon. That's what he looks like.
He looks like. Do you remember that little show? Tales from the Crypt.
Doing the Queen.
I have to say, I was impressed. I missed last week's show or whatever with the railroad thing that he kind of stepped in and got that situated. I thought that was a good thing. And then the COVID thing came out, and I'm like, oh, this idiot takes one step forward and seven
that's
steps
exactly what I
back.
was about to say. You go, he does something good, and then something bad happens. Like he does a really good speech, and then he'll turn around and talk to people that aren't there for a good 5 minutes.
Wasn't he? Did he grab somebody else's hand? Didn't he like grab some woman's hand besides his wife? Like, and she was like, no.
Yeah. No.
Find me that clip because I'll do
I'll find it for you.
I'll do the TikTok because everybody's like, do a Biden video. And I'm like, I don't ever see, there's the Republicans really just do it to themselves,
Yeah. It's hard to,
it's so
when they
easy
generate
to do.
so much material.
Yeah. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene's just a
Marjorie keeps everyone busy.
Where Biden, I mean, there just isn't that. I mean, he's an idiot, but for me, anyways, there's not. To me, I don't find that much that's funny to mock. It's just like, oh my god. But him, and two, I have a really hard time with the abortion ban. go do FER. Go expand the Supreme Court. Get off your ass. Stop being afraid of midterms, and go do something.
Because baby, you ain't gonna survive another term.
No, you ain't running for re-election, dude. Nobody's
You got
voting
one.
for you.
You're a one
You
and
gotta
done.
fuck off.
Make
Yeah.
an impact.
You're
Make
too
an
old.
impact
You
now.
can't talk. You're losing your marbles. Like, come on.
You fall downstairs.
You know what
you fall
go-
upstairs. It's not cute.
Talking about your well wishes to the trans kids is Florida's banning this and doing the "Don't Say Gay" bill and the abortion rights thing. Sending your well wishes to people, that's not doing shit. Go put your money where your mouth is. It's the only thing I will give Trump is that motherfucker, he would talk shit and then he went and remember when he was signing those executive orders against all the social media companies? Thank you.
Now his focus is all on condemning Russia right now as well, because apparently that's going to jack up again. Putin's talking about chemical warfare and blah, blah, blah.
I said it since day one. If we're going to be the bullies of the world and we're going to go into Pakistan, Iran, and all these other countries, then we need to be the bullies and go protect everybody. We don't get to go do it just because they don't have no oil, right? If we're going to be the bullies, then that's what we need to go do.
Good boy.
Yeah, but nobody's going to respect Biden. That's the problem. Like, it's just
everybody lost their mind when we pulled out of Syria. So if we're going to be the bullies, then we need to go save Ukraine and not worry about Russia. We're going to have to figure that out. Like, let's go take Putin out. You're telling me we ain't got no people to go take care of him?
No, they're too busy taking each other out at the moment. People are falling downstairs and everything.
Go send Trump over there.
You got to be careful. Yeah.
I reckon Melania's over there. She's doing it for us.
She's no. I hope.
She's a little sleeper cell.
I think this is why she's. I really hope she was the inside man on all of this. That would make me
so amazing,
so moist about everything. I'm like,
here's the thing, though. I mean,
if it was her,
I am very
and she's
much
like
torn.
La Femme Nikita or something, and she's like.
I mean, it's really hard, right? Because clearly he's doing criminal activity. We've all known it. It's not a shock. I mean, it is white collar, blue collar, whatever you want. And I will be devastated if he goes to jail because it will make things a little bit more boring. You know what I mean? Like, I miss him being on Twitter.
You better believe he will full Weinstein if he gets there. He'll be like, "Oh, I'm on a walker now, and my teeth are rotten, and somebody threw poo at me." Like, non-stop.
Yeah.
Did you see how old Weinstein got overnight from like walking into the court like cock of the walk, and then all of a sudden he's on a walker? It's like,
Trump would end up with house arrest. He wouldn't go to prison.
Yeah, he wouldn't go to prison.
I hope they take on his makeup artist.
Going behind
and he'll say, "Oh well, I'll just be arrested in Trump Towers." And then
I think what punishment enough for Trump would be that he can't stay at Mar-a-Lago and he can't have spray tan anymore. He has to be all natural. No more makeup. No spray tan.
They want him gone anyway. They want him out of Mar-a-Lago. They're like, this fucker has to leave. But he will not go. He will not go.
Make him live someplace shitty.
Well, look, speaking of making people do things and live places, Texas has a new greatest export. We are throwing immigrants around like they're property, if you're the governor of Texas, just to ensure the fact that they miss court dates and become illegal, like literally break the law. They come here trying to get a better life. Sorry, continue. Yep.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. Was that the picture of them when they were put out in front of
when they're being shipped to Kamal,
the vice president's house?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're being shipped to Kamal's house, yes. And they're shipping them across straight line, filling planes and stuff, just to make sure that they are dispersed around the country and they miss hearing dates and all that kind of thing. Is this not akin to human trafficking? Like,
yeah,
this like
yes, it is.
Right?
How cruel! I mean, what the cruelness of it?
The cruelty of it.
They were legally here. They came and did what they were supposed to do.
And they're treating them like a joke.
Like, these people signed contracts that said that they would like be able to live a better life. Like, cut them some fucking slack. What the fuck is happening?
They walked across continents to get here,
Yeah, I just
did what they were supposed to do, and then you are punishing them for doing what
But
they were
it's not even
supposed to do.
punishment. The Texas governor is treating them like they're a joke. Like, haha, let's go put them out the front of of Kamala's house because they love immigrants. Haha, isn't that funny? It's like, dude, these are people.
It's like a South Park episode.
But it's not in any way like
Maybe
these are
Martha's
people with
Vineyards
children.
could send Texas some books.
They would know how to read them. Wake up to yourself.
that was awful too. Like that old lady,
Well,
like
and
way over the top. Like,
how dumb was that whole thing? Because what they don't realize is these people, right? Because they're asylum seekers. Once they become citizens, they get the right to vote.
Yeah, but this is the thing. If they become citizens, that's the whole thing.
They will now.
that's
After
why
all
we don't
this,
bring too many in. Was it like 50 people? Right? It was how many? 300 or something? And then they were dispersed in 50s. I don't fucking know.
But it's the disbursement and the shipping around that's the problem because they're purposely missing key dates on their contracts so that they will be considered illegal immigrants and then they can be deported again.
Because they're doing this and they're busted now, all these people are going to get the golden ticket because now it's exposed. No, they are. That's what was being. It's all being reported all over the place.
Whose idea was all this? Who started all this? To bring these people here?
Baby.
DeSantis and Abbott thinking they're geniuses.
To bring these people here?
Oh, to move them around.
No, but whose idea? Who brought them here?
Regardless of
no, they walked across continents to get here for a better life.
Right.
Well, they didn't walk across the continent and be like, "Okay, I'm here." Like,
well, they got they got through the wall. They got past the wall.
No, they came
this wall.
So there's another video. So because Trump placed what he did, it was like Act 42, or I think is what it was. You have to go look on our TikTok page because I actually the lady was head of like border security, and she actually breaks this whole thing down and the thing that Trump put in place and why more illegal people are coming through the border than legal folks. Okay, because you go through this whole process, and if you shut that down, well, then what are people's options? If you shut down the legal process, what are they to do? And I don't know how to break this down to everybody, but every single white person in this country immigrated here. Our relatives did. None of us are from here.
Right.
And that's how we got here. And Ellis Island processed 4,000 people a day. Or 40,000 people. I don't know. It was a huge number.
I think it was before.
I don't know. It's nuts. But so you're telling me that we can't handle this?
It's insane. Land of the free, home of the brave.
Only if you're white, though. Only if you're white.
Oopsie daisy.
And a mouse.
This is sick part of it.
So we're gonna jump to another story. Maybe a story of double standards, because if this person was a female, I don't know whether we would be getting the same coverage. Now, I don't know if you guys read the story about Eric Adami, who was a meteorologist for a New York radio station, but also a TV station, but also
I'm going to say he has a face for TV.
Also happened to be what would we call it? Performer on an adult cam site, engaged in some adult
material.
Hey, Vera. Vera's in Cape Cod. Surprise, surprise.
He liked to beat his meat on cam with other menfolk.
He has been fired because of it. Now, if this was
horrible.
Well, let's put it this way: if it was Tommy Lee, he has now sprung up a whole new source of revenue on OnlyFans, apparently for a really bad OnlyFans. I watched a video where someone subscribed to it. It's all like really grainy photos and bad video. But is it because he is a gay person of color that he has lost his job? Because if this was a female, would she lose her job?
Oh, but look, it has happened to females too. And, you know, white females, there was those children, remember, they got thrown out of school because mummy was doing lingerie shoots and stuff on OnlyFans. So I think there's it's this underlying fear of sexuality, and it is to do with him being gay as well.
I think if it was a straight white guy, it would have been different.
Maybe,
True.
yes. Or, you know, if he was hooking up with hot chicks and stuff like that, then people would
Hot
yeah, man.
bitches.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
look at
no,
the
bitches.
dude, the dude
But
from
I
that
think
show
it's
you
just-
guys like. That dude from Buffy. He got caught cheating on his wife, and there's a video of him jerking off. He's still on that show for CBS.
Wait, what
No
guy
problem.
from Buffy?
David Boreanaz.
Angel?
Angel. We've got the
We can show you. We can show you a video where he's not such an angel.
Shut your
Christina.
fucking mouth.
You want to see the video? Oh. She's a
You
David
can't
I
just
do
go
think it's-
Christina.
It's just that underlying fear, and it all comes back down to, I guess, you know, just that sex is bad. That's what's been instilled in us, and
But if
so
this is not
people are
happening-
punished for it.
If this is not happening and has nothing to do with his job, why was he fired? Unless there is some kind of moral.
But Steve, I would lose my job probably too if there was probably pornography of me out there. I would probably lose my job. Let's be honest.
If there was
If there was
pornography
discoverable pornography of me out
there.
But let's be honest, I would.
You're
Let's say you're violating our code of ethics, or you're violating our values, and you'd be
Unless
fucking
they
gone.
make you sign a contract that says you will abide by their code of ethics. How is
On
that
the
their
clock?
business?
Maybe he didn't he?
It's not
Maybe
like
he
he's
said,
whacking
I won't
off on the
do.
news.
That's
I
what I'm
won't
saying.
do
He
porn.
didn't
Was he in the studio jerking off? Like, that's,
No.
like, was the
No.
studio in
Red
the background?
lighting.
Was his
Better
office?
lighting. I mean,
There's heavy showers coming from the north.
Yeah.
Maybe he did his shows on the blue screen, you know. I'm gonna. Florida's flooding. Woo!
And then the fact that he had to apologize for it
Right? Fuck
is
that.
insane to me. Like, he
Yeah.
has to apologize because he's sexual? Fuck off.
Right?
I
Right.
understand, like, you know what? If he had a morality clause and it was in his contract and he did it anyways, like, look, you know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with the clause. I think it's bullshit. It shouldn't be in there. I think if you're on TV and you want to go and get nude and jerk off on cam with somebody, or you want to, you know, play with your twat on cam with somebody, you should be allowed to do it. It's none of anybody's business. What you do on your off time is none of anybody's fucking business.
Right. Is it affecting my
Unless-
job performance? Is it affecting the way my job is done? Or am I doing it on the clock again? Am I in the studio?
But then, you know, the
doing
network
it?
probably
No.
had the people in the public that had watched the video. So
Right,
why
of
were they
course.
watching it? Probably writing in going, I'm so offended that
But
he's
how is it
doing this.
Well, why are you watching it?
Gay
Why-
porn. Are you
Because
fucking
people
kidding
are
Why
me?
you wanna-
hypocrites.
Why are you on a gay porn
Don't watch
video
it.
site?
Right,
to
turn it
start
off.
with?
Don't go looking for his gay porn then.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah, right.
Uh.
And let's face it, it could be worse looking dude.
Right?
Dude is good looking.
Madison said she couldn't find it.
I'm sure Madison is on the case.
Madison's probably still searching for it right now. That's why she can't do the show.
Madison's devoted her time for the next week to find this alleged.
I think
footage.
he's from like our area, and like we
Yes,
got a ton of them.
apparently.
There is a massive amount of newscasters, meteorologists from our area in central New York that are now huge and on national television,
Is it
national
because there's nothing
newscasters,
else to do there but
and
learn
they're
about the weather?
all gay or closeted that used to come to the gay clubs, and I can tell you a lot of their
But
Get it.
ultimately, though, isn't it sad though that people are shamed
yeah.
for
As
being
I
sexual?
hunt for my
Yeah,
American
being
husband.
himself.
And I was thinking about of the mother again, back with the kids that got thrown out of school. People at that school watched her OnlyFans. Someone subscribed to her OnlyFans.
Right.
So why are they still okay and they're fine, but she's this dirty person? Like, it's just
And that
so
doesn't make you
hypocritical.
any cleaner than Kris Kardashian watching her own daughter's sex tape. Let's be honest.
You know, that's some other shit. That's next level shit.
Vera,
Yeah, that's next level.
I'm trying to say there's nothing to do in Syracuse, but look at the weather.
But like, I'm
Don't
professional
be-
enough.
don't give me-
Like,
don't
that
give me
shouldn't affect the
real
way I act on
arguments.
the outside. That's fucked
Yeah.
up.
The
Poor
only
fucking
way it does matter is if you're a celebrity and you get caught out on social media.
Right.
Adam Levine's fucked. So Adam Levine has been caught out by she's a model, isn't she? She looks like she would be a model. She's probably a model actress. Summer Snow,
model, singer, actress,
Instagram model,
who has provided receipts for Mr. Levine commenting on her look and kind of being airy-fairy about whether he is married or not, and etc., etc. And are we surprised that the lead singer of Maroon 5 is a douchebag?
Not at all.
Not at
all.
So there's 4 women now that have come forward with receipts.
Oh, huge surprise! There's going to be about 40,000.
The DMs are cringeworthy, but I gotta say,
too. They're like college boy cringy.
Drives me nuts though that we have to cover this shit. Like, I hated the fact that I did a video on TikTok with this chick, but I really actually felt bad for her because I knew she was gonna get slut shamed.
Yeah.
Because she was the other woman. And I'm like, again, this goes back to what people do in their private life is not our business. Because at the end of the day, we don't know what goes on in their marriage. Just because he posted that he fucked up in his marriage does not mean that they don't have an agreement, right? Because
exactly.
We don't know, right? Maybe they knew. And 2, it's just flirty fucking messages. That doesn't really mean shit, okay? Frankly, if my husband was doing that, as long as he was remembering to pick up the baby formula, I wouldn't give a fuck, okay? I don't care if you're talking, telling this bitch that her body's hot, saying that dumb shit like a 13-year-old, as long as you remember to pick up the baby formula and the goddamn milk on the way home, okay?
It's funny.
And let's face it, does she...
Sorry, my husband tonight at dinner, he goes, on my TikTok, I saw that Adam Levine cheated on his pregnant wife. I go, yeah. He goes, what? It's not wrong? I go, I mean, it's wrong. I said, but it's Adam Levine. And he goes, what does that mean? I go, it's Adam fucking Levine. Like, what are we going to say? If he's a fucking singer, has not every male singer cheated on his wife? Like, I feel like this is just a fucking thing that fucking guys do.
Oh, I don't think he gets a pass.
Like,
I mean, his wife's a Victoria's
I was
Secret
gonna
model.
say.
was pregnant, like, it's fucked up. I get it from the woman's perspective. But then I said to my husband, I go, okay, well, who are we going to blame? I said, we're going to blame the girl that he fucked. I said, are we going to blame him? I said, we're always going to blame the girl that he fucked because let's blame the tip. Like, it's
no.
I
don't do that shit either, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. If you're going around fucking married people, that's not on you. You're not the one in the relationship. It's the married people that are in the fucking relationship. I'm sorry that you're not being in your relationship. That's not my motherfucking problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And let's face it,
fuck married dudes all she wants. It's not her issue.
She's already pregnant with his baby. She's got him for 18 years. So and she can sell the story. Boom.
But then my husband's like, well, what about Justin Bieber? What if Justin Bieber cheated on his wife? I go, okay. Again, I said, well, he's like Justin Timberlake, all these guys. I go, okay. I said, I feel like, if you think Bret Michaels was fucking faithful, you think Ozzy Osbourne was fucking faithful? No, but we're not fucking hearing about it because they aren't hot. Like, it's just, and because all the other girls didn't want to come out and say something.
What about
Sharon constantly tells people about Ozzy.
Oh, I'm sure
she left
now.
him for ages.
Oh, she left him for a minute there.
She left him for ages about it. Yeah.
But I'm saying it's just
Ozzy.
I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things. Like, but just these guys.
I think you have to be dreaming that if someone who is in a rock band
is not promiscuous.
Not promiscuous. Is not susceptible to these kind of messages coming in. Right. And what they do with that information is their choice, as Jeffrey says. So Yeah.
Well, I think it was a lesson learned for this bitch, right? Because she shouldn't have been sending out those screenshots to her friends. And shame on the fucking friend for trying to go for easy money and being a snitch. But two, I think this is hypocritical because think about when like Deborah Messing, she was on that, however you feel about her, but she was on Smash, and her co-star
What a
got together.
great
They were
show.
both married.
Oh.
I know, it was so good. They were both married, left their spouses. Were cheating on their but she was the woman and she was the cheater. That bitch was vilified. They ripped her ass apart in the press because she was a woman cheating on her husband and he was the poor man.
And guess what? Maroon 5 is still selling out concerts, so it doesn't. It's just another story.
It's a double standard.
Some chicks are probably thinking now they're going to get a bit extra with their ticket.
But frankly, I feel the same way. What people do in their bedroom is their own damn business.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised no one has done like a stitch with the song "Girls Like You" and all the stuff.
Oh, I got.
It's got to be coming up, right?
Oh, he's got a phone where, girl, you better show me your phone because she's cheating. He's got to show me the phone in your pocket and then unkiss me. He's got a lot of them.
Oh, I love
a
goodly timed meme. Goodly. I do good English sometimes. Did anyone ever listen to the podcast Serial that took over the world for 900,000 years?
No.
If you were a fan of Serial,
I don't know her.
Adnan Syed, who is the inspiration for the podcast Serial, has been freed. This has been a big story, but since none of you know about it, I'm not really going to go into it. You can see that he is not a white American, so you can imagine what kind of charges he would have been held on, etc., etc. So justice prevails for Adnan Syed, basically, after years and years of it. And it was all revealed on a podcast. So don't believe that,
And why are we not doing that?
There's only one way to get your day in court. But you never know. We talk about stuff and then months later it pops up to be true. So you never know. You never know what's going to be in reality. We didn't talk about this last week because we kind of ran out of time, but there was a cute little reunion at the Emmys. And anyone who is a millennial would have gone,
oh,
Keenan and Kel.
Oh, yes. Katrina shared that on her fan page on Facebook.
It was so cute. I was like, what's going on? I went, oh my God, it's Kel. That's cute. I thought it was a great moment. And then they slow motion transition. I was like, yes, this is amazing. But we're going to end this week on a feel-good story. I know what's going on with Uncensored Radio. Who knows?
Well, we don't have their events. That's why we've got to be happy.
Did anybody see the premiere of Dancing with the Stars this week?
I watched some of it and I was
fucking Selma Blair took to the stage and she was breathtaking.
I didn't get that far.
Amazing. She started because if you missed the conversation last week, Selma Blair was diagnosed 4 years ago with MS. She's currently in remission and dancing with the Stars, and not in a exploitative way at all. She started holding a cane and then literally she took a few shaky steps and then it was fucking on. It was technically great. It was beautiful. It was moving. It was amazing. She is an inspiration. I can't get over how much effort that would have taken for her and bravery. And the best thing was that her son was in the audience to see it. Because they thought for the longest time
do you reckon she'll win?
Oh,
it'll depend. It's a lot. That's going to be a lot on the body. It's going to be a lot on the body.
It's going to be hard for her.
We'll see how she goes. But that first outing was amazing.
Did you see who else in the audience?
Who else was in the audience?
Brian Austin Green.
Oh, Brian Austin Green, Jeffrey's boyfriend.
David Silva was in the audience.
David Silva, was he rapping?
He wasn't rapping. But I was like, I was like,
So you know what? He's probably aged the best out of those boys, hasn't he?
Delicious.
Well, we can't really. Oh no, that's too dark.
Don't you dare! Don't you
No.
fucking
Please.
dare!
He was going to say Luke Perry aged.
Don't
other-
you dare!
Well, I was going to say, look at the other options. Ian Ziering.
Oh,
Luke
he's
Perry,
still
Jason Priestley.
What about
forehead.
Jason Priestley? He's not
His
I like
forehead.
Jason
horrendous, is he?
His forehead's
I
looking
like
real
Jason
rough.
Priestley.
Yeah.
Need some bow
He's
ties.
dreamy. I'm kind of
It's
sad
a
that
fairway.
last 90210 moment fizzled the way it did, but it was never going to work.
I loved that show. I
It was
thought it was
never
genius.
gonna
It was
work.
so much fun.
But that's not what people wanted to see. People wanted.
If
the
they would have
characters
stuck
back.
with it, they were gonna do more of that in the second season. It was setting it up. It was gonna be good. It was good.
It
was
stunk.
great.
It stunk
It was
to high
good.
heaven. I
Fuck
watched
off.
the first
It was
episode.
good.
It
I watched
got
the first two
cancelled because
episodes.
it was crap.
It
I
got
watched the first two
better.
episodes and went, am I supposed to like these people? Because none of them were likable. And
Oh, Tori Spelling was.
No, the only person that was Shannon, and it was great.
You had to get into it. If you watch, that's it, bitch. Do you know what the first thing we're doing? Watching the
marathon.
whole 6 episodes. It's
Oh,
only 6
okay.
episodes.
Jenny
We'll
Garth
do
is a
that.
cunt. I don't care what you say.
Oh,
They can
I
sleep
can't
as
hack.
well.
I can't hack
I'm
Jenny
like,
Garth.
you can
I
watch
can't.
it. You can watch it. I'll sit in the
Yeah.
corner getting munted.
I
No way.
can't even hack. I can't even hack Jenny Garth's renovation show, and I love a renovation show. I can't. Oh,
It's gonna be
before we leave,
just the whole time.
before we leave, guys, Criminal Minds is back as well. If anyone cares,
Oh,
Criminal
wait,
Minds is back on. Criminal Minds is back on November 24th.
Is that Weber
Okay, right,
Valderrama or whatever?
Oh no, he's doing 70 show or 80 show. Is it 90 show? Whatever the fucking decade they're doing. 90 show. That 90 show. Yeah. It's on Netflix,
Really?
baby. It's coming. Yeah.
I think he looked like the
Yeah.
guy in like the last part of the picture. I'm also
That's Adam
shut up.
Rodriguez. It's Adam
Oh.
Rodriguez. Adam Rodriguez.
Right.
They got lucky that they got the majority of the original cast back. Hot work. What show would everyone like to come back, actually? If they could cheat.
I would actually like them to make a show now after what you just said called Jenny Garth is a cunt. I would watch it.
I think her family might live that show every day.
You know what? They're never fuck you. You know what? You two, fuck you both.
I'm Team Shannon. Always have been.
God, it's a cunt.
Brooke, what's your favorite TV show that needs to come back? Come on.
That still
It's
stuck
now
on Jenny
finishing.
Garth.
You're hopeless. Come on, Jeffrey.
East Street. East Street needs to come back, Steve. They don't know. The Americans don't know.
I just want to
East
say
Street
I'm
does.
not Team Shannon. I understand that Jenny Garth is the blonde chick, but I don't know which. She's not Tori Spelling, so I'm Team Jenny. All right.
She's the one that got burned in the fire and got
And she's the
shot.
cult member.
She got raped.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah,
happened to
Look,
her.
I
Everything
would like to
happened.
see
Everything-
Charmed.
Everything
That would
happened to
be- that would be
Kelly.
good.
Oh, poor
Oh,
Kelly.
see, I didn't
Everything
like
happened to
Charmed.
Kelly.
So I'm not.
Like
I'm
the
not a
OG
Shannon
Charmed.
We
fan.
You
can't
want
be
the OG
friends.
cast,
We
right?
can't be
I liked it when Shannon was on it, but it was still a bit too like for me.
Because they've already done one reboot of Charmed, remember?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Jeffrey, what's your show? What's your show that's
Really?
coming back?
You have to ask?
Yeah. No, that's what I know.
Melrose Place.
No.
He went Melrose Place back.
Place.
I knew he
The
did.
original cast. Yeah, Tuesday night's a
Fuck.
bitch, baby.
Gabby Heather Locklear, bitch.
The whole time I was in New York, Jeff
Get
wanted
it
to film
out.
a scene of him pushing me into a pool wearing a wedding dress.
That wasn't Heather. That was Josie and Sydney.
Yeah.
But
Or Josie
you wanted,
and Laura.
you would just wanted to push me in the pool, and I'm like, how's that going to
Sydney
fit
and
into the
Ja-
narrative of
Sydney and
this
Jane.
reality?
Speaking of another character I hated, Jane Mancini. Ugh. What a fucking wet rag of a character.
This
Wet
bitch.
rag.
You're a
Do you
fucking.
know who I loved? I loved his sister. I love when what's her name? Boobs. Alyssa Milano came on, and she was Michael's little sister. She was a slut. She was like, ooh. Remember when Alyssa Milano was a slut? That was great.
Yeah.
She's getting tits out all
And
the time.
Poison Ivy.
Fear. Oh, she got.
Didn't she
beaten.
get punched out in that one?
Yeah,
No.
Mark Wahlberg was hot and punched her out.
Yeah.
Luke's kind of guy. Cut the dog head off, real nasty.
let's
Finger
roll
Reese
the credits,
Witherspoon on a
eh?
roller coaster. These are good times. These are good times.
It is Luke's side.
What great cinema we had when we were children. No wonder we're all fucked. Like, watch this girl get fingered on a roller coaster. Then her boyfriend decapitates her dog. It's
And
like,
let's put it in the
yeah.
trailer. Let's
Yeah.
put
I
put
really
a
want to
finger
watch that
shoot in
movie
the
again.
trailer.
I'm gonna watch that movie again this week. But do you know what movie we're watching next week, motherfuckers?
Pokey pokey.
Because we are days away from Hocus Pocus 2 coming out. So we're going to sit down and have a little conversation about Hocus Pocus. Another glorious morning. Xmas sick. We will see you all this week. What happened? Wait, did Dana have a show last week? I can't remember. Anyway, Jeffrey's saying no. Jeffrey's
How we
looking
ended
away.
up silent.
How we ended up wondering what happened to the Monday programming. We made our way through Jeepers Creepers, folks.
And
we made our way through
Wednesday.
Jeepers Creepers. We did it. We got through Jeepers Creepers with some casualties. Luke's liver being one of them.
Have you never
But
seen
we
it?
will.
You've seen it. Right? You've seen it before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just kidding.
We review. So
If
you wanna
in fairness,
tell us-
Brooke, I wasn't really on the second episode.
Oh, you're there. If you want a good laugh, go check out Jeepers Creepers 2 Uncensored Horror. You may see Luke
Luke's
slur and
trashed.
slide out of the frame.
Yeah.
But we will see you next week.
That was my
definitely,
intervention
for some
episode.
Hocus Pocus music. And we will see you for Uncensored Radio Live. And then, bitches, we are going to be stateside super soon. So you'll see us all together. Until then, bye now.
Jenny Duff,
Leave Jimmy Garth alone! Your mom!
Guys, we don't need to leave Jenny Garth alone. Hollywood did that for us. Bye.